Alright, so the first pose is to hold something.
If you add a little prop, it'll make you feel a lot less awkward posing because you have something to hold on to. We're gonna add a little coffee cup, hold it up to your face too, like hold it up kind of like you're about to take a sip or something.
I've seen a lot of people do this with dessert items, so a donut, ice cream, a popsicle, candy. All of these make great little props if you feel kind of awkward just posing without holding on to something. So for example, we shot some with a donut. You can hold it in front of your face or in front of one eye. Just kind of experiment with it.
Plus, then you have a donut to eat. Win-win. I mean, really the greatest photo idea ever, am I right?
The next one is the fake or real laugh.
So it feels kind of awkward, but most of the time you'll fake laugh and then it'll turn into like you're actually laughing because you're laughing at how ridiculous it is, and it always looks good in a photo.
So in this example, I told Diana to pose as if she was laughing instead of actually laughing, and you can see in the photos it looks pretty fake. It's kind of awkward looking because she's not actually moving, she's just posing. But when you actually fake laugh, it turns into a real laugh, and then you're able to capture your subject actually looking happy and not like they're posing to look happy. When it's too posed and the person isn't really moving, it just feels kind of forced. So try this out. Even if it feels a little bit uncomfortable, you will get great photos out of it.
All right, this next pose is just like a really easy pose you can do. You just put your hands in your pockets and then look up to one side. So I like doing this if you have a nice like blank wall or a brick wall or something like that. Just put your hands like even more in the pockets. Yeah, like that, and then yeah, just like look up.
This is great if you just want a casual, understated pose, or if you really like your outfit and want to show that off. I really like this in front of a nice brick wall or cool colored wall.
Okay, so the next pose is actually not a pose at all. I've talked about this a little bit before, but if you don't pose, but rather you walk and you kind of pose as you walk, look up, look to the side, and you have your camera on a really high shutter speed, you'll get really natural looking candid shots.
What we're trying to avoid here is looking too posed, which can end up looking something like this. And posing as if you're walking will always look weird, as I've talked about in videos before. So if you pose as you walk, it'll look way more natural and candid. These shots are great for fashion bloggers or just shooting something for a clothing company. So if you ever need to shoot that kind of thing, definitely try this out.
So one issue you might run into if you don't have your camera on the correct settings and your shutter speed is too low, then the pictures are gonna be kind of blurry. Watch what happens if we shoot this at like 25. So you can see like the foot is really blurry, the arms are blurry, which can be a cool look, but obviously here it just does not match at all. It just looks like you didn't really know what you're doing.
For these shots, I like to set my shutter speed at 1/250th of a second. That way you won't get any motion blur and your shot will look crisp like this one.
Okay, so here's the next pose. It's a sitting one, and this is just a good way to place your arms and legs so they don't look awkward, because sitting ones can be pretty unflattering if you're not careful. So what you do is kind of do a like crisscross with your legs, or if you're wearing a skirt, you can kind of just like put one leg over the other, and then you put one arm over the side and just kind of look to the side, and it looks like kind of casual and candid.
So this is how they end up looking. They're just more kind of casual, candid, great for fashion bloggers or just Instagram photos.
Okay, so this next one is another sitting pose, but it's a little bit different. You kind of turn and face the other way and then casually put a hand down and kind of look back. So it's a little more interesting than if you're just like sitting down on a sidewalk. Let's see, can you turn your body more that way and then have just your head a little bit more?
The key to this one is just keeping
like
it kind of natural, letting your arm fall onto the sidewalk. This pose is especially good if you have a shirt that has a really cool back, but you can definitely do it with just a regular shirt as well.
All right, so another super easy one, just very casual, anyone could do, is just a handstand. And it's even better if you can find something high up or sort of dangerous to do it on. Best things that I've ever done in my life. Okay, so obviously I'm kidding. I'm seeing stars now. Be right back, I'm gonna faint. That's like not a super easy pose to do, but if you can do it, you should totally do it. You just kind of do a handstand, split your legs, and then bend them a little bit to do like a double stag. It looks really cool. It's kind of like a yoga pose. I see a lot of yoga accounts do it too. Give it a try if you can do it. So the next photo pose, we're in the car. This is one I've actually seen on Instagram a ton. It's just like a person in the car casually kind of chilling, but I think it's a fun look.
This pose is super easy. You already have a car as your prop, so it looks best if you have a cup of coffee in your hand and one leg up on the seat. It's kind of a glamorous look, so I would throw on some sunglasses for this one too. So those are some poses that you guys can try out. If you try them, tag me on Instagram and comment below which one was your favorite.